of millions of pairs of sports shoes will be tossed into landfills. As far back as 1990, some far-sighted Nike engineers decided this would one day have to stop. So they started to work on decreasing that number. They took their expertise in making the best athletic products and turned it toward unmaking, or rather recycling them. From this, Nike Reuse a Shoe was born. With Nike's Reuse a Shoe program, worn out and defective sports shoes get recycled into Nike Grind, a ground-up material that's used in products like sport and playground surfaces in places ranging from neighborhood basketball courts to world-famous sports venues. Here's how it works. Reuse a Shoe collects any brand of sports shoes at various locations worldwide, including many Nike stores as well as other locations and events throughout the year. Currently, nearly 2 million pairs of shoes are collected annually, but our goal is to expand the program and for this number to grow significantly. From collection, the shoes get shipped to one of our processing facilities where they undergo a complex separation process, which results in 3 different types of material: rubber from the outsole, fiber from the upper, and foam from the midsole. Then each material gets ground up to become what we fondly refer to as Nike Grind. Nearly every part of the shoe is reused. Here's where the Nike Grind goes. Nike Grind rubber is used in products like fitness matting, running tracks, athletic fields, and playgrounds. Nike Grind fiber goes into products like equestrian surfaces, and Nike Grind foam transforms into the tough but springy mat used in cushioned synthetic tennis courts, and the padding layer for wood basketball courts. Nike partners with industry-leading sports and playground surfacing companies worldwide who utilize Nike Grind to manufacture their high-performance athletic surfaces. Today, sports surfaces are the main way we recycle worn-out shoes, which is a great start. This extends the life of shoes by up to 20 years. But the real goal is to, in addition to recycling shoes, recycle products like apparel and sports gear, and to one day have all Nike products contain recycled and other sustainable materials. Already, we are reducing the use of non-recycled raw materials by turning much of the waste generated by our manufacturing facilities into Nike Grind that is increasingly being engineered into new Nike product. When it comes to creating better products and a better world, there is no finish line.
Good morning! สวัสดีค่ะ We are Group Air.
Green business is a growing trend. It's a way to help society while making profit at the same time. So today our group has a project called Nike Grind. So what is Nike Grind?
Okay, so before we introduce you to Nike Grind, I'm going to talk about some problems that happen now. Nowadays, more garbage and waste have been produced by a growing population, and this causes we have to use more lands for landfills. And those garbage that have been produced, we have to transfer it to the incinerator, which will emit the heavy metal and other poisonous gases like carbon dioxide or methane. Moreover, the resource takes a very long time to be regenerated. So it is our duty to reduce that amount.
So Nike Grind is the project to recycle materials from worn-out sports shoes and change them into sports surfaces. Examples such as artificial grass soccer fields or hard court basketball. There are 20 billion shoes that produce annually, so there are estimated around 3 million shoes that were thrown away. So I think that Nike Grind can help to reduce waste as the introduction that has spoke before.
For the goals expectations, we have 6 big goals to approach. The first one is to reduce the trash and pollution. The second one is to reduce cost of facilities. The third one is to remind people of the accumulated rate of trash and also the hidden use of their leftovers. The fourth one is to build the basketball court and the gym for the poor and also children in the suburb. The fifth one, to increase sport facilities for the local. And last but not least, to reduce the usage of rubber and wood because we will use parts of the Nike shoes instead.
So what kind of shoes do I recycle? Those shoes need to be athletic shoes or sport shoes only. You cannot use sandals or spike shoes as in the picture because it contains metal and it cannot be used in the process. And those those shoes will be sent to 2 places in the US and also in Belgium. The first place will be at Memphis, Tennessee, and the other one will be at Jiraphat at Belgium.
And this is how it's made. The Memphis Center uses slice and grind techniques where each shoe is cut into 3 slices. The first one is the rubber outsole, the foam midsole, and fiber uppers. These slices are then fed through the grinder and refined for use. The manufacturer partner in Asia separate the materials to turn the pre-consumer's waste to the sport court and other products. And we can separate the materials into 3 parts. The first one is the Nike grind rubbers that made from shoes outsole and use the tracked surface. The second one is the Nike grind foam that made from the shoes midsole used in the cushion. And the last one is the Nike grind fibers that made from shoes fabric, the uppers used for the surface padding. And these are the Nike grind partners. First one is the AstroTurf, the Everlast, and the Mondo Play Top, Step Ahead, Corner Sports, Training Ground.
So whether it's a walnut shoes or manufacturing surplus, Nike grind is used in the design, build, and install of synthetic and hardwood cores, gym and weight room flooring, synthetic turf field, running tracks, playground, and more. In fact, surfaces containing Nike grind can be found at every level of play. So here are some examples of Nike grind customer. You can see that Nike grind customer are like in every country. Like for example, the playground in Slovakia in Europe, or the baseball field in Portland, Oregon in North America. And also the baseball court in Japan in Asia, and baseball court in Austin, Texas in North America. And also the running track in Portland, Oregon in North America, and the soccer field in Los Angeles, California in North America. Like all of these are the customer of Nike grind, and you can see that like Nike grind really has customer in every country, in every continent.
There are some feedbacks from the customer of Nike. Some of them said that they were very satisfied with the project that Nike made. They used that field and those playgrounds in a very beneficial way, while some of them said that it's too expensive, but they said that it's worth their paying. And also some of them said that they experienced problem with the sporting surface because the tiny pieces break off when you walk on them. So there are lots of view from other people, but overall it's very good for the people to use on the reused Nike grinds surface.
Talking about the effects or result from the project Nike grind, we can separate it into 3 main aspects. For the first one is the effect to the environment, and the second one is the effect to the Nike company itself, and third one is the effect to the society. But for the first one, the effect to the environment, as Nike grind use the worn out shoes to recycle and make use of it as athletic surfaces. we can cut down the number of trees and resources that we will have to collect from the environment. And for the company, of course, that Nike can earn some profit from selling those recycled parts to the athletic surfacing company, and that's about it.
Nike shows its responsibility to the society and environment. It brings the good reputation to the company and somehow boosting the sale of company as well. Effect to the society, as the cost of building playground and tennis court is very high. Those who used to be unable to afford playground and tennis court will now have a chance to get one.
Yes, so in conclusion, Nike Grant doesn't only provide the Nike company profits, it also reduces an amount of waste from the environment and also create a greener and a better ecosystem for our children.